No more adults means total freedom! This is so sweet!
In this video, we're going to be going over some Miraculous Ladybug characters who are misunderstood in the series. These characters may not always have the best intentions, but there are reasons behind their unfavorable behavior. There are also other characters who make poor decisions despite having the best intentions, and those mistakes tend to overtake what remains of their character. No matter what their individual situations may be, these characters deserve a chance to be seen in a better light.
It's a senti-monster, a magical creature conjured from an emotion shaped by the power of the peacock.
10. Nino doesn't want to hurt anyone he cares for. Many people believe that Nino can't be trusted, Marinette included, after he reveals his identity as the hero Carapace to both Alia and Adrian. This does put himself and his loved ones at more risk to be attacked by Hawkmoth, but he only does it because he finds keeping secrets from his friends to be harmful. His inability to keep a secret or to prevent his emotions toward others from negatively influencing him is often seen as a weakness, but it is also one of his greatest strengths. Nino is known in the series as Adrian's loyal best friend and Alia's doting boyfriend. He's an overprotective person by nature and is quick to defend the people that he cares for. In the second episode of the overall series, The Bubbler, he is even akumatized because Gabriel refuses to let Adrian have a birthday party. Much of his character revolves around the well-being of others, as seen when he helps create the resistance in the episode Illusion, so that he can continue helping Ladybug and Cat Noir despite no longer having a Miraculous.
Thank you. It would be an honor if you would become Mr. Comrade Tartar Sauce, an honorary member of our resistance network.
9. Suhan doesn't want the past to repeat itself. In the episode Feast, Master Fu reveals how he came into possession of the Miracle Box. As a boy, he became so hungry during his training that he took the Peacock Miraculous and created a Sentimonster, which then defeated the Order of Guardians who were dedicated to protecting the Miracle Boxes. In doing so, the Sentimonster ate the Guardians, the other boxes, and the temple where they resided. Suhan was the guardian of the Miracle Box before Master Fu, and after Ladybug restores the temple in the episode, he travels to Paris to reclaim it. Suhan is both stern and dedicated to his role as a guardian, and when he first arrives in Paris, he does everything he can to take the Miracle Box from her. This makes him difficult to work with, as seen in the episode Ephemeral, where he demands to know the identity of Cat Noir. While he comes off as overbearing at times, this is solely due to his desire to prevent the past from repeating. Once he realizes that Hawkmoth is the enemy and not the current heroes of Paris, he journeys back to his temple to bring them reinforcements for the fight instead.
Aren't you blowing this out of proportion just a little?
Not at all. In fact, you should find out who Cat Noir really is, so you can have better control over him.
8. Sabrina is afraid of being abandoned. Although Sabrina doesn't act as cruel as her friend Chloe, she is an accomplice to many of her schemes. She helps Chloe cheat at school, bully her fellow classmates, and use her for whatever she needs. This makes her an unreliable friend to many of her fellow characters, but her affinity towards Chloe seems to stem from a fear of being replaced. In the episode Antibug, she is akumatized into the villain named Vanisher after Chloe decides to pretend that she doesn't exist. This strong emotional response that allows her to become an invisible villain shows how deeply she takes Chloe's words to heart. In another episode titled Miraculous, Sabrina is akumatized again due to Chloe refusing to dress up as a superhero with her. This appears to hurt Sabrina because it's an activity that they both seem to enjoy together, despite it just being a substitute for the real thing. With the way that Sabrina behaves around Chloe, it's clear that she views the other girl as her best friend, and that she only tolerates some of her behaviors because she fears being abandoned or ignored, as she's shown to be in the series.
Just because you can see me doesn't mean you'll defeat me, Ladybug!
7. Kagami is still learning how to interact with others. When Kagami is first introduced in the episode Riposte, she is akumatized into a villain after she loses a fencing match against Adrian. The loss devastates Kagami, who strives to do her best in everything. This places Kagami in an awkward spot among her fellow characters because she seems complicated to get along with at first. She doesn't always understand jokes, she's upfront about her opinions, and she struggles to see her own self-worth in the friendships that she has. All of this can be attributed to her upbringing, however, because Kagami is expected to be incredibly ambitious. This doesn't leave much room for relationships, and that hinders how she perceives those around her. After living a sheltered life under the watchful eye of her mother, Kagami is still learning how to interact with others once she moves to Paris. In the episode Ikari Gozen, she and Marinette struggle to understand one another due to Kagami's lack of social grace. When Kagami's mother is akumatized, however, she is entrusted with the dragon Miraculous, and the experience helps her to be herself and bond with Marinette. Afterward, she puts a lot of dedication into her new friendships and becomes discouraged when she doesn't always do the right thing. This dedication proves that she's actually very caring and tries to become her best self.
Everyone in Japan knows their blood type. It tells you who you are. Mine is O, which means I'm independent, optimistic, strong-willed, and intuitive.
6. Jagged Stone is trying to make up for his past. As a famous rock star first seen in the episode Pixelator, Jagged Stone has maintained a recurring appearance in the series. He seems to enjoy his music and the luxurious lifestyle it provides, but his past shocks many of his fellow characters. In the episode Truth, he is forced to reveal that he's the father of Luca and Julika, a fact that neither of the teenage children were sure of beforehand. At the end of the episode, he shares a hug with Luca and shows remorse for not being a part of his children's lives. After that, he can be seen putting in an effort to get to know both of them. In the episode Crocodile, he arrives to celebrate their birthday with them, although he still has a lot to learn, as seen by the way Julika initially felt neglected by him. He does all he can to not only reassure her, but to also be there for her when she needs it. The series hasn't gone in depth about his absence in their lives or his separation from their mother, Anarka, but Jagged seems genuinely dedicated to making up for the past.
And of course, I've got a present for my 2 kids. My gift for Luca was this original edition of the first LP from Crocodile.
5. Andre Bourgeois wants to keep his family happy. Much like Sabrina, Andre Bourgeois is quick to give his daughter Chloe anything that she desires. This results in many akumatizations throughout the series. Like in the episode Roger Cop, where she has him fire Officer Roger when he refuses to arrest Marinette without reason. Although Andre shows resistance to his daughter's wishes on occasion, he is quick to give in as soon as she becomes upset. This hinders his morals and his duties as Paris's mayor, despite his having good intentions. In the episode Soul Crusher, he bonds with his stepdaughter Zoe Lee due to them not feeling accepted by their family. Andre reveals a place where he keeps his old directing equipment and allows Zoe to hide her belongings there too. It appears that Andre gave up the life he wanted for a life that he was expected to have, which results in a source of unhappiness for him. His tendency to give into the whims of his family could be his way of ensuring that they stay happy, even when he is not.
Bracelet?
This is my daughter's bracelet we're talking about. You're incompetent and you're fired. Get out!
4. Natalie wants to help save her friend. When Gabriel Agreste chose to become Hawkmoth, he found a loyal ally in his assistant Natalie. Her character's methods and intentions are known to be conflicting, as she's shown to despise Ladybug and Cat Noir, and to value her role as the villain, Mayura. Her cruel nature is offset by the way she genuinely cares about Gabriel and Adrien, however, which implies that there is more to her behavior than initially meets the eye. Natalie's conflicting behavior begins to be resolved in Season 5, as she turns her attention away from Gabriel's villainous exploits and puts it on Adrien's well-being. After the episode Evolution, when Gabriel fails to go back in time to prevent both her and Emily from using the broken Peacock Miraculous, she chooses to break ties with him altogether. This shows that her true intentions had always been to save Emily. The two are shown to be close friends in the episode Passion, as Natalie keeps a safe with old videos and pictures of her.
I had no choice, sir. I had to save you.
3. Adrien only knows a life controlled by his father. The majority of Adrien's friends believe that he enjoys his life as a model, and that fame is something that suits him. He is constantly flooded with excitement for his opportunities, and he can't bring himself to voice the unhappiness he feels on a daily basis to his friends. It's not until Season 5 in the episode Multiplication does he finally tell his father that he doesn't want to be a model anymore. It's no secret that Adrien feels caged by his father's overbearing influence in his life, and fans of the series continue to watch as he's prevented from doing the things he desires due to his overbearing parent. But his discomfort in voicing these facts places a divide between him and his fellow characters. He often dismisses his father's behavior as overprotectiveness, when in reality, very few people in Adrien's life are aware of the stress he endures every day.
Oh no. My father wants me to attend a charity event he's throwing. I can't stay.
2. Felix is terrified of being controlled. Much like his cousin, Felix appears to have grown up in the same restrictive society that elicits control over people. Unlike Adrien, however, Felix has developed an intolerance to being controlled entirely. His desire for independence and total freedom is what motivates him to not only betray Ladybug and Cat Noir, but also to give Gabriel Agreste all the miraculous in the Miracle Box. After he obtains the Peacock Miraculous, he returns to Paris to crash a party his uncle is throwing in the episode Emotion. The party is only for the upper class and is purely for parents to show off their children. The dance is a perfect way to show how characters like Adrian, Felix, and Kagami are being raised, and why Felix resents it. As the episode progresses, he uses the Peacock Miraculous to become his alter ego Argos. And he creates a senti monster that allows him to erase anyone he wishes from existence. This method of obtaining total freedom is extreme, and after a confrontation with Adrian and Kagami, he acknowledges the error of his ways and shows great remorse.
And how do you intend to stop me? By now, the whole world's been bathed in the light of the red moon. You don't know what object controls my senti monster or where it is.
1. Chloe is following her mother's example. Chloe has been considered the series' mean girl since the first episode. She is constantly at odds with her classmates, challenging the adults in her life, and the cause of many akumatizations throughout the series. Not only does she offer little explanation for these actions, but she rarely learns from them. She doesn't appear to show remorse for her behavior either, but she is quick to offer help to Ladybug, someone she idolizes, after she obtains the Bee Miraculous in the episode Style Queen. This instance is the first sign that Chloe is willing to put her own interests aside in order to help others. She desires to impress Ladybug and manages to help her fellow heroes more than once. This desire to be accepted and valued is also seen with her mother in the episode Queen Wasp, when Chloe does everything in her power to gain her mother's approval. Her mother behaves just like Chloe does to her peers, and her attitude towards her daughter could be exactly why Chloe interacts with the world in the way she does.
Exceptional thing I've ever seen. You're a visionary, Marinette. Glitter's had its day. Feathers are the trend of tomorrow.
Some of these characters may commit acts that seem irredeemable, or they may fail to explain their side of things properly, but they each remain misunderstood in the Miraculous Ladybug narrative. Rather than commit villainous acts or being influenced by the control of their closest loved ones, they each deserve a chance to be understood by those around them. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
And we're gonna do the same for all the others.
Because we finally have a clue that might lead us to Monarch.
So instead of blaming us, help us, Grandmaster, and trust us for once.